Welcome to Australia. Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. Are you ready for an adventure? Because today we're jetting off to the land down under Australia. We're talking stunning beaches, incredible wildlife, vibrant cities and friendly people who might just share a Tim Tam with you if you're lucky. Now, I've never been to Australia myself, but I've got a lot of Aussie friends in my life. And let me tell you, they sure know how to have a good time. They're always raving about the food, the culture, and the amazing places they get to visit. So I've been putting together a little travel bucket list. And after today, you just might have one too. Get ready to say good day to some of the most iconic landmarks, natural wonders, and cultural experiences Australia has to offer. We're talking the Sydney Opera House, the Great Barrier Reef, Uluru. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. First stop on our Aussie adventure, Sydney. And of course, we have to kick things off with the city's most recognisable landmark, the Sydney Opera House. Now, I'm talking about a building so iconic, so unique, it's instantly recognisable. Seriously, you could show a picture of the Opera House to someone who's never even left their hometown, and they'd say, "Oh, that's the building from Australia." But the Sydney Opera House is so much more than just a pretty face, or, a pretty building. It's a world-renowned performing arts centre, hosting over 2,000 shows every year. We're talking opera, ballet, theatre, concerts, you name it. Imagine seeing a world-class performance with the backdrop of the Sydney Harbour. Talk about a night to remember. And speaking of the harbour, the Sydney Opera House is right on the water, offering stunning views from every angle. You can take a harbour cruise, enjoy a picnic in the Royal Botanic Garden, or simply stroll around and soak in the atmosphere. Now, you know I love a good architecture fun fact, and the Opera House delivers. Those iconic white sails, they're actually made up of over 2,000 precast concrete panels, each one unique. And get this, it took over 14 years to build the whole thing. But hey, good things take time, right? And trust me, a visit to the Sydney Opera House is worth every minute. It's a true testament to Australian creativity and culture. And if you're lucky enough to see a show there, you'll be talking about it for years to come. Next up, we're diving into one of the most incredible natural wonders on the planet, the Great Barrier Reef. Now, I've always been fascinated by the ocean. I mean, we know more about outer space than we do about the depths of our own oceans, right? And the Great Barrier Reef is like the ultimate underwater mystery, teeming with life, bursting with colour, and just begging to be explored. Imagine swimming alongside hundreds of species of fish, from tiny clownfish to giant manta rays. Picture yourself floating over colourful coral gardens, spotting sea turtles gliding by, and maybe even catching a glimpse of a reef shark. Don't worry, they're mostly harmless. The Great Barrier Reef is a scuba diver's and snorkelers' paradise. But even if you'd rather stay dry, you can still experience its magic from above. Take a scenic flight and witness the reef's vastness from the air, or hop on a glass-bottom boat for an up-close look at the coral and marine life below. But here's the thing, folks. This natural wonder needs our help. Climate change and pollution are threatening the reef's delicate ecosystem. So, if you're planning a visit, make sure you choose tour operators that are committed to sustainable practices. Because protecting the Great Barrier Reef isn't just about preserving its beauty, it's about ensuring the survival of countless marine species for generations to come. And that's something worth fighting for. Chapter 3. Uluru, where the land speaks to your soul. From the ocean depths to the heart of Australia, we're heading to the Red Centre to experience the magic of Uluru. Now, Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, is more than just a rock formation. It's a sacred site for the Anangu people, who have been its custodians for thousands of years. They believe Uluru is a living being, and its stories are etched into its ancient walls. Imagine standing before this massive sandstone monolith, its red ochre surface glowing under the scorching sun. As you walk around its base, you can feel the energy of the land, hear the whispers of the wind, and connect with something far greater than yourself. And if you think Uluru is impressive during the day, just wait until sunset. As the sun dips below the horizon, the rock transforms into a fiery spectacle of orange, red, and purple hues. It's a truly breathtaking sight that will stay with you long after you've left. Now, when you visit Uluru, it's important to be respectful of its cultural significance. Listen to the stories of the Anangu people, learn about their traditions, and tread lightly on this sacred ground. Because Uluru is more than just a tourist destination, it's a place of deep spiritual connection and cultural heritage, and experiencing its magic is a privilege that comes with great responsibility. Chapter 4. Melbourne. Where the coffee is strong and the culture is king. Get ready to put on your walking shoes and your most stylish hat, because we're about to explore the coolest city down under. Melbourne. Now, Melbourne is known for its vibrant art scene, its delicious food culture, and its hidden laneways just waiting to be discovered. First things first, coffee. Melbournians take their coffee seriously, and you'll find a cafe on practically every corner. From flat whites to cold brews, they've got every coffee concoction you could imagine. Grab a cup, find a sunny spot in Federation Square, and soak in the city vibes. Next up, let's talk food. Melbourne is a melting pot of cultures, and that's reflected in its diverse culinary scene. From fresh seafood to spicy curries, Italian pasta to Vietnamese pho, you'll find it all here. And don't even get me started on the desserts. Now, one of the best things about Melbourne is its hidden laneways. These narrow alleyways are home to quirky boutiques, street art, cozy cafes, and some of the best restaurants in the city. Get lost in the labyrinthine streets, discover hidden gems, and soak in the city's unique atmosphere. And if you're a sports fan, you're in for a treat. Melbourne is the sporting capital of Australia, home to the Australian Open tennis tournament, the Melbourne Cup horse race, and of course, the Melbourne Cricket Ground, which brings us to our next destination. Chapter 5. G'day to Cricket Day, experiencing the Aussie passion. All right, sports fans, get ready to shout "How's that?" at the top of your lungs, because we're diving into the world of Australian cricket. Now, cricket might seem like a complicated game to some, but trust me, it's a blast to watch, especially in Australia. Imagine the roar of the crowd as the batsman smashes a six, the electric atmosphere as the bowler charges in, and the nail-biting tension of a close match. It's an experience unlike any other, and it's a huge part of Australian culture. And when it comes to iconic cricket grounds, Australia has got it covered. From the historic Melbourne Cricket Ground, affectionately known as the MCG, to the picturesque Sydney Cricket Ground, these venues have witnessed some of the greatest cricketing moments of all time. So, if you're a die-hard cricket fan, make sure you catch a game at one of these legendary stadiums. And even if you're not a cricket expert, the energy and excitement of an Australian cricket match is something everyone should experience at least once. It's a chance to immerse yourself in the Aussie passion for sport, soak in the atmosphere, and maybe even learn a thing or two about this beloved game. And hey, if you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of the Aussie cricket team, fondly known as the Baggy Greens. Just don't ask me to explain the rules. I'm still working on that part. Well, folks, there you have it. We've explored the iconic Sydney Opera House, dived into the Great Barrier Reef, felt the spiritual energy of Uluru, wandered the laneways of Melbourne, and experienced the thrill of Australian cricket. And you know what? I think it's time to add a few more destinations to our Aussie adventure list, because there's so much more to see and do in this incredible country. From the rugged beauty of the outback to the pristine beaches of the Gold Coast, Australia has something for everyone. So whether you're an adventure seeker, a culture vulture, or a foodie looking for your next culinary adventure, Australia is waiting to welcome you with open arms. So, what are you waiting for? Start planning your Aussie adventure today. And don't forget to pack your sense of adventure, your appetite for delicious food, and your comfy walking shoes. You're gonna need them. Until next time, keep on exploring, keep on laughing, and keep on saying, "G'day."